Okay, so I've got a secret package in the post today. Sender's reference 7. I was considering going full dressed up in a suit and doing a skit about, well, sorry, that's really lame and cheesy. But yeah, that was going to be a cheesy skit, you know, walk along the side and shoot and then go get the package from the postman. If I can even open it. If you haven't figured it out already, James Bond references. If I can even open the package, I should have got something to open it with. Because these things are a lot tougher than they seem. Jesus Christ, one thin piece of paper. Sure, keeps it closed though, I guess it's got a thing the other way, that's why it's not working. But the latest kit is here. So some sample things, I thought they'd be in miniature bottles. And also a main bottle, so they're the samples to hand out. And that's a tiny little bottle of the 007 fragrance. I don't know how the bottle looks. I'm assuming it's going to be a miniature version of the big bottle. And to be honest, I thought I was getting... You're not going to hear anything over all that rattling. I thought I was getting the big bottle and a couple of mini bottles to hand out. But obviously it's just the little sachet things. So it's not even see-through. That is the little bottle. Ah, quite a clever little lid. I guess that's what you're mainly paying for. I don't know how the price is. I haven't got the retail price, but I think it's going to be something like £25 or something ridiculous. Obviously for a bigger bottle than that, I would assume. Because this has got to be just be a sample size. 30ml. I don't know how big a main bottle would be. Someone who buys fragrances more should really probably be able to tell you that better. They should give you the kit like it used to with the actual information rather than it's just your kit is here, blah blah blah, high five the dog, have a biscuit. Yes, that really works. Anyway, I have 5 samples to hand along. I should probably use the main bottle rather than opening one of these and hand them out, but I'm going to use one of these little ones because it's just easier right now, and then have 4 to hand out to people to try. To me, it honestly just smells like every aftershave that you get. It's not as strong, I guess. Also, you can't vaporise a sample, which you're meant to vaporise it and walk into it or whatever crap people say. But yeah, I really never seem to see too much of a difference. They're fairly generic. Maybe a bit more citrusy, but really strong still. Not the strongest. I mean, I've had some that have been stronger. Spread broadly across the pulse point, wrist and neck. Ingredients: alcohol, aqua, parfum, fragrance, DHT, cinnamon, citrus, guramin, diethymino, hydroxynolazole, hexylbenzoate, ethyl lemonine, granule, farnesol, linalool, eugenol, 80% volume. 007 fragrances. So yeah, not that that really tells you what's in it. And I said citrus rather than citrol and cinnamon rather than cinema, because you know it's fairly obvious that that's what it is, but it's trying to be mysterious. But yeah, that is what you guess. Now the main thing is probably going to be asking people what their opinion is who actually use this stuff more than me. So join us in the next section for the results. Okay, so I've let a few people sample the 007 fragrance, and they all said that it was fairly generic aftershave smelling, and Nothing particularly special or different about it. Sure, it was a bit softer on some, but some people are used to harsher things. But there wasn't necessarily a different sort of sense than standard scents they were putting across. And they said that they wouldn't necessarily buy it just for the brand for 007, because, although it's got the 007 brand behind it, it wouldn't make them feel like 007 just for wearing a specific aftershave, and I think that's the whole point that the brand is trying to put across. So maybe they should have a more daring scent, for the spy that goes out, maybe something martini scented. That would have been really clever if they'd have had a martini sort of scent about it. So, you smelt of martini and money and gambling. But no, it's just a fairly generic, easygoing, mass appeal sort of scent. So they missed that sort of thing. And, if they made it unique and sort of its own thing, people would be able to smell it because, people smell the different scents and go, oh, yes, that's that. And this just doesn't have that. You wouldn't be able to identify it on someone and be like, oh, you're wearing that. Good for you. Because no, you don't get that. And that is what they're missing. That's the whole thing about James Bond. He's meant to be someone suave and sophisticated and someone that gets all the ladies and that they all stand out and notice. So you want a noticeable fragrance. You still want it pleasant, obviously, but you can still get that with a martini scent, I would have thought. Anyway, yeah, that's my opinion on it, and that's the opinion of people that I gave the samples to. Not that you had many samples to give out, so, take that as a broad spectrum as you can imagine. But yes, check it out for yourself. 007 fragrance out possibly now? I would not know, but I would assume so because it's with Buzz. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.